Ich gehe in die Küche. Ich bin in der Küche. Same preposition, one letter different, and both sentences are completely correct. They just mean different things. This is the moment a lot of learners decide German cases are cruel. They aren't. 9 German prepositions can take 2 different cases, and which one you use isn't a coin flip or a table you memorize. It's a single question, and once you've asked it 4 or 5 times it stops being a question at all. Stay to the end, because there's a set of verbs that gives the answer away before you even look at the preposition. First, which prepositions we're talking about, because it isn't all of them. Nein, du this, in, an, auf, über, unter, vor, hinter, neben and zwischen. They're the ones about position in space. In, on, above, under, in front of, behind, next to, between. Every one of them can take either the accusative or the dative. Worth being clear about what this does not cover. Prepositions like für and ohne are always accusative, and mit, by, and aus are always dative. Those you simply learn. These 9 are the only ones where you get a choice, and where the choice changes the meaning. Here's the question. Ask wohin, where to. If something is moving to a new place, you want the accusative. Ich stelle die Bücher ins Regal, I put the books into the shelf. They weren't there. Now they are. Movement. Akkusative. Ich hänge das Bild an die Wand, I hang the picture onto the wall. It arrives somewhere new. Die Katze springt auf den Tisch, the cat jumps onto the table. Every one of those has a journey in it. Something ends up somewhere it wasn't before. That's your signal. Now, the other half. Ask wo, where? If you're describing where something already is, with no movement to a new place, you want the dative. Die Bücher stehen im Regal, the books are standing in the shelf. Nothing is going anywhere. Das Bild hängt an der Wand, the picture hangs on the wall. It's already there. Die Katze sitzt auf dem Tisch, she is sitting on the table, entirely at home. Notice the pattern across both halves. In die Versus in der, an die Versus an der, auf den Versus auf dem. Same preposition, same noun. The case is doing all the work of telling you whether this is a journey or a location. Now, the part 1 promised, and it's the shortcut. German has pairs of verbs where one is an action and the other is a state, and the verb tells you the case before you've even looked at the preposition. Stellen means to put something upright. That's an action, so accusative. Its partner stehen, to stand, is a state, dative. Legen, to lay something down. Action, accusative. Liegen, to lie. State, dative. Setzen, to set something down, accusative. Sitzen, to sit, dative. Look at the shape of them. The action verbs are the ones with a t or a gehe where the state verb has a different vowel. Ich lege das Buch auf den Tisch. Das Buch liegt auf dem Tisch. Learn the pairs and half of these sentences answer themselves. Let's put it together with the clearest example there is. A cat and a table. Die Katze springt auf den Tisch, she jumps onto the table. Ask wohin? Onto the table. She's arriving. Akkusative, den Tisch. Now she's up there, and she settles down. Die Katze sitzt auf dem Tisch, she sits on the table. Ask wo? On the table. No journey, just a location. Dative, dem Tisch. Same cat, same table, same preposition, 2 seconds apart. And the case changed because what she was doing changed. That's the whole grammar point in one animal. Everything on one board. The 9, in, an, auf, über, unter, vor, hinter, neben, zwischen. The question. Wohin means movement to a new place, and that's accusative. Wo means position, and that's dative. And the giveaway verbs. Stellen, legen and setzen are actions, so accusative. Stehen, liegen and sitzen are states, so dative. Screenshot this one. But screenshots don't teach. You'll own this the 20th time you ask yourself wohin or wa, not the first time you read it. So go and ask the question a few dozen times. That's genuinely the whole difference. There's a free drill on the site built for exactly this lesson. The 9 prepositions, wohin against wa, and the verb pairs mixed in so they stop surprising you. No sign up needed, and the links in the description. Get a few wrong where it costs you nothing. Then auf den Tisch and auf dem Tisch stop looking like the same phrase and start sounding like 2 different things, which is what they are.